Hi everybody, welcome to yet another edition of Collecting Canadian Cavalry and Armour. Today we're going to look at artwork. Art is a fantastic thing. It separates us from the other animals on the planet, and you get a lot of really good historical depictions through an artist's painting or drawings, lithographs, and carvings. You know, this type of thing. And it makes a heck of a good accent to your collecting room or even in your house or something like that. So we're going to take a look at some different periods, some different types of artwork in this episode. So I hope you enjoy it. So we're just going to take a look at a few of the different pieces that I have in my collection here. Now this first one here, I believe is a French hussar, just judging by the decoration on his chest here. Very moving portrait here or whatever. You see his horse. He's obviously been killed. You see his horse, very concerned look on his face, and his faithful dog there looking at it. But nice cavalry here, and you see some combat in the background here. This one, the guys firing off their the flintlocks and stuff. So it's probably mid 18th century. I should say mid 1800s. And but a very nice depiction. You can see the uniforms there and some of the kit that was worn by the French. So here we have another beautiful watercolor here. I believe it's probably Franco-Prussian War, 1870s, where you see a German or a Prussian cuirassier scooping up, taking a French cavalryman hostage or prisoner. And you see more fighting in the background and stuff, but a very nice watercolor in the cavalry tradition here in the Franco-Prussian War. Very nice addition to the cavalry part of your collection. Now here we have a very special carving. There's only two of these around. These were both carved by Len Skelding. Len joined the Essex Regiment tank way back when, and eventually retired as a chief warrant officer. He was the Sergeant Major of Windsor Militia District. And wonderful guy, very skilled carver. I've got a few of his other pieces here at home. Once he passed away, his son, Tom Skelding, I've mentioned him before, he ended up being Regimental Sergeant Major of the Royal Canadian Dragoons and taking his commission to work with Army cadets out in Newfoundland. Heck of a guy, years and years of service to Canada. Good friend of mine, and if you need any questions about the Royal Canadian Dragoons, he is my go-to guy. So this wonderful carving here made by Len back in the day, and very special place in my collection. So here we have some artwork by Heather Grover. Heather, her husband was in the Royal Canadian Dragoons, and she's very skilled and talented artist. So here we have the depiction, which is very nice, because, you know, Canada, we tend to name a lot of our armored vehicles after Canadian wildlife or wildlife. Here we have the Leopard, Leopard 1 main battle tank with a Leopard behind it. Here we feature the Lynx and the Cougar. And very nice. She also did all of the artwork for the Royal Canadian Dragoons Battle Group, the different scenes and stuff like that. You may see them around once in a while. I've got some, but they're kind of hidden behind there right now. They're hiding a window. But anyway, here's some of Heather's artwork. I'm very happy to have these in my collection. So here we have some more modern armored stuff. This one here, it's going to be kind of hard to see maybe, but it depicts the battle, Dawn, 20th November 1917. Shows First World War tank in the battlefield. I believe it's probably Cambrai or something. But this particular picture came out of a calendar. See, that's a nice thing. You get some military history calendars, tank calendars, and some of the shots are so wonderful that you can frame them and put them up with your First World War stuff. Kind of a good idea, I think. So behind here we have some other good stuff. This one here, the Dogs of War. My daughter Kathy gave this one to me, all framed up. This depicts Canadian coyotes. My daughter actually was a driver and surveillance operator and became a gunner on this while she served in the Royal Canadian Dragoons. So a nice bit of modern Canadian armored artwork. Back here we have the Royal Canadian Dragoons in Germany. You can see the Leopard 1s and the Lynx here with the guys. Looks like it just finished raining. But very nice artwork here, and really nice part to my collection. Now, these next two, we have these two here. This Sylvia Picotto, and I believe, I'm not sure if I'm butchering her name or not, but she spent a lot of time in Afghanistan photographing Canadian troops, and then she would turn them into wonderful, wonderful pieces of art. And she published a bunch of different, not only individual art pieces, but also calendars. And you could get some of those stuff from there. Now this depicts the Ring of Steel, Canadian Leopard main battle tanks, in the first Canadian armored action since the Korean War. And this, of course, was in Panjwai district. And then over here, you can see the another Leopard coming straight at you, advanced to contact. Again, it's really good Afghan armor, Afghan war armored stuff. Now this last one here used to belong to Major Don Straw from the Windsor Regiment. This apparently hung in his office. I got it from his nephew John. This depicts Canadian Centurion tanks. Interesting thing is though, it's kind of faded. I guess he kept it near a window, and so unfortunately it faded a little bit, but beautiful shot of Centurions firing at night. You can see the flame coming up there. Kind of gives away your firing position, but if you if you hit them the first time, I guess you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, wonderful period photo of Canadian Centurion tanks, and wonderful addition to my collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sure I probably have other pieces of artwork and stuff around here that I have to, still track down. It's a bunch of stuff still in storage. Maybe what we'll do in a future episode is talk about photos, period photos, and that type of thing. We have some great ones that were taken up. You can blow them up and get them framed. And we'll also probably cover in another episode tanks and advertising. This is all part of this collecting Canadian Cavalry and Armour stuff, and it's really neat. There's so many things that you can collect. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you have a deeper appreciation of art, and happy collecting.